Wait, what movie is this? It's Enter the Dragon. Would you believe me if I told you that scene was from arguably the most influential martial arts film ever made? Is that really Bruce Lee fighting Sammo Hung, and why are both of them in their pants like Sting in Dune? Who dressed them, and why is this the closest the film gets to a love scene? Do I get to review Black Belt Jones this week? No. The YouTube gods yet again demand I suffer, and this time it's Enter the Dragon. Okay, what's the catch? Because I don't get good things to watch on this channel. It's a rule. That's why I have to watch so many things from Amazon and Disney. Today I'm breaking down the amazing fights, efficient plot, and why it's still a classic. Have you seen it? Did you like it? Let me know in the comments. Directed by Robert Clouse, 1973's Enter the Dragon was a game changer. Made as a Hollywood-Hong Kong crossover and produced by Raymond Chow, the movie reportedly cost under $1 million and worldwide returned $400 million. In today's value, that's a $3 billion movie. That's Avengers money on a fraction of the production cost. So of course it spawned a million offspring like Elon Musk. And it was Lee's fourth movie in 3 years. It had a cast that may have not been stellar at the time, but everyone that was in the film seems to have gone on to have a career after it. In addition to Bruce Lee, the movie also featured Jackie Chan as a stuntman. This clip is all of the Jackie Chan that's in this movie. Bruce Lee supposedly hit him in the face with a stick by accident, was very apologetic, and Jackie pretended to be hurt because he just wanted Bruce Lee to hold him.
But suddenly, I don't know why, I just pretend very painful. I just want Bruce Lee hold me as long as he can.
John Saxon was already an established actor, but it gave a great break to Jim Kelly and Bolo Young. And that's not even his real name, you know. His real name seems to be Yang Tse. He became Bolo because that was the name of his character in this film. Bruce Lee plays a Shaolin monk and talented martial artist in the film. That's why he's having a training fight with Sammo Hung in his pants. Also maybe because the director liked it. Shi Qian is playing the film's bad guy, Han, a disgraced ex-Shaolin with a Swiss Army knife weapon hand who is running a criminal empire from a Bond villain-esque island base. Every 3 years, Han holds a martial arts tournament on his island as a way of recruiting talent for his crime empire, which revolves around drugs and human trafficking. The abbot of the Shaolin Temple wants Lee to go to the tournament to stop Han, as do governments worried about Han's crime empire. Lee's father then shares the story of how Lee's sister died at the hands of some of Han's goons, in particular his bodyguard O'Hara, played by Robert Wall. Bolo is playing another one of Han's henchmen. Also going to the tournament, John Saxon as a playboy martial artist and catastrophically bad gambler, and Jim Kelly playing an impossibly smooth guy and former army buddy of Saxon's with a funk-powered afro, which must be great for martial arts, because the thing just doesn't move. It's like a crash helmet. The tournament goes on, Lee meets O'Hara in the tournament, and Lee sneaks around the island, gathering evidence of Han's criminal empire to trigger a government takedown, but before help arrives, he frees everyone from Han's prison and the whole island becomes a war zone. It all leads to the legendary Mirror Room showdown, and Lee delivers possibly the greatest kick in the entire of martial arts cinema. What really makes Enter the Dragon stand out is the fight scenes, and there are a lot of them, from the opening bout to the final Mirror Room showdown. The film is a showcase for Bruce Lee's philosophy in his fighting style, Jeet Kune Do, which translates to the way of the intercepting fist. Jeet Kune Do was conceptually MMA, blending Wing Chun, boxing, fencing, Sabat, Muay Thai, wrestling and Jiu-Jitsu, using fast linear techniques to beat the opponent to the punch. There's no CGI in the film, no wire work. It all looks gritty and real because largely it was. Lee really did hit Jackie Chan in the face with a stick. Still better, however, than the time Jackie got hit in the face with a helicopter. He's been injured so many times now, he's like the $6 million man. He's more machine than man now. Visually, The film holds up, except for one moment where Lee jumps backwards into a tree, and it looks exactly like what it really is, which is Bruce Lee jumping out of a tree, played in reverse. But Bruce Lee's movement is so crisp, precise and so distinctively him that I can understand Jackie Chan wanting Lee to hold him. And who can blame Jackie? I mean, how many times in your life do you get the chance to be cuddled by Bruce Lee? Or wrestle Sammo Hung in your pants? You see, not homoerotic at all. Just don't ask why he's called Sammo Hung, or why the film's called Enter the Dragon, and the film has some quite unusual shot framing. I can't think of many directors who would have done this. If I was to criticise one thing from this film, it's that we never got to see Bruce Lee take on Bolo. This film, I think, is the moment that Bruce Lee ceased to be just an actor and instead became a cultural icon.
Now, why doesn't somebody pull off 45 and bang, settle it? No.
And he does indeed settle it. In the background, I've been rolling footage of me playing the game Tekken 7, and that isn't an accident. The character I'm playing in that footage is Law, and Law is Bruce Lee from this film, right down to the nunchucks, the moves and the outfit. He even has the stomp Lee uses on O'Hara in this film. Street Fighter has Fei Long, who is Bruce Lee from this movie. Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat is Bruce Lee from this movie. Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star was also heavily based on Bruce Lee. And Bruce Lee even got a Pokemon named after him. That's not just influence, that's immortality. I don't even know how many times I've watched this movie, but I think it's a lot. That said, Enter the Dragon is without its critics. Bruce Lee is a one-man army, which I find kind of awesome, but some argue it makes the fights feel one-sided. This story is morally simple, good guys versus bad guys. That simplicity gives us Han, a villain who's basically Fu Manchu with prosthetic hands and a Bond villain starter pack. The similarities to Dr. No are hard to miss. Asian bad guy, island fortress, private army, criminal empire. It just has parries instead of pistols. And yes, it's a 70s film, so there's nudity. Gratuitous female nudity. From a man's perspective, the celebrated kind of nudity. There are scenes in the film with topless women, but hey, it's balanced, right? The ladies get Sammo Hung in his pants. I, however, am not shy about nudity. I in fact kind of object to hiding the human body like it's shameful, but let's be honest, I'm not sure the audience is ready to see how Sammo's hung. O'Hara and Bolo barely get a line between them. The film runs well, but they end up as silent henchmen, slipping into the stoic killer trope. It also leans hard into the mystical East stereotype. Shaolin temples, secret tournaments, ancient mystical martial arts, all set in a version of China that was, in reality, rapidly industrialising at the time. Conversely, the film also takes shots at racism. Jim Kelly's character, Williams, gets harassed in one scene by cops who clearly hate him just for how he looks. Then they start a fight and he clobbers them. Then there's Parsons, a prejudiced fighter from New Zealand with an accent like he's never been to New Zealand, who gets much the same treatment as the cops did. I noticed all of that when watching the film, but honestly, I mostly enjoy the martial arts, the warmingly simple story and the 70s funk music. It's like stepping into a time machine. Enter the Dragon is a titan of martial arts cinema. It didn't just launch Bruce Lee into global stardom, it spawned an entire genre. Its impact still echoes today in many fighting game franchises and in films like Kill Bill, where Uma Thurman's yellow jumpsuit is a direct homage to Bruce Lee's look from Game of Death. And if Enter the Dragon borrowed from Dr. No, then Bond may have returned the favour. The Hall of Mirrors showdown in 1974's The Man with the Golden Gun feels like a direct nod to Enter the Dragon's iconic final battle. Would I recommend watching this film? That depends on you. If you hate martial arts movies or dislike men wrestling in their pants and only watch musicals, this might not be for you, but personally I love it. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Hopefully I earned a like, and maybe if you had fun you'll want to subscribe. Tell me in the comments, what's your favourite Enter the Dragon moment? And maybe I'll see you next week, when I will presumably once again not be allowed to watch Black Belt Jones. Maybe let me know in the comments what you'd like me to review next. Could I tempt you with Jim Carter, the film where gymnastics are a deadly weapon? Or maybe the 1979 kung fu movie The 36 Deadly Styles, if I can find a copy that doesn't look like it was filmed through an old sock. Or how about Ricky-O, the story of Ricky, the movie where someone punches a guy so hard his head explodes, and that's somehow one of the most normal parts of the film.